everybody, welcome back, and this week we're going to be taking a look at the Cara Dune Star Wars Retro Collection figure. And one thing you will notice that makes this one very neat is the worn edges and stuff on the packaging. So we'll get to talking about the figure and the articulation later, but these mimic the Star Wars toys from the 1970s, the first round of toys made by Kenner. I believe it was called Power of the Force, because I think the ones we got in like the 90s was called Power of the Force too. So as you'll see when we open it up, compared to today's figures, this thing has next to no articulation. But this packaging is just so cool. Apart from a slight complaint might be, this is a big retro sticker, or a big red sticker on here. And I could see you not wanting that for like the full body picture. But as I told you guys, she's one of my favorite characters, but I got this one by accident when I got the Quill figure, because I wasn't paying attention to the packaging and I thought they were from the same line. So I have a Quill, how do you say his name, from the Vintage Collection, and a Cara Dune from the Retro. So probably I won't continue this one going forward, or if I do, I'll cherry pick specific characters, because you guys know how it is when you're collecting. You've only got so much real estate, and when you have big franchise like Star Wars, it can be tough to collect everything that comes out, because then you end up with like 3 Cara Dunes or 5 Darth Vaders, and there's only so much display room that you've got. But let's crack her open and see what we've got here. So, standard bubble, if I can, I think, or does it go all the way to the edge here? Oh, okay, it goes all the way to the edge. Okay, so we'll crack her open. Got a little pamphlet here, I'm sure, is telling you some promotional stuff, or don't eat the guns. Let's see if we can pull her out. Yeah, there we go. So there she is. She seems to have a blaster pistol and a blaster rifle. So let's pop her the rest of the way out and get the figure camera and take a closer look at this cool retro style figure. Alright guys, so we've got her here. Guys, we've got her here at the figure cam. And as you can see, overall the design on these figures is a little bit more simplistic, but that was the way that they were designed back in the 70s. You just, even I misremembered how many figures had like the knee bending joints, but the face, kind of looks like Cara in that retro style, but it's got her black hair, and it's got the Scooby-Doo, it makes me think of Scooby-Doo style eyes, but that's just how they did it back then. The silver detailing and the blue on her chest piece here, and the blue accents on the armor. She's got her, I can't remember the show, was it a unit tattoo or just I think the tattoo had something to do with her military service. I can't remember completely. You got a good little bit of detailing here on the gauntlets, and even the I guess you'd call that ribbing and detailing on the chest plate and her other arm. You got the two-tone on the pants, the I guess the soft material on the inner thigh, and the armor on the outer, and all the detailing on the boots. So that's pretty cool. But as far as points for articulation go, you've got the head spin. Then the arms will go all the way around, but just the shoulder. She doesn't have an elbow bend, so that's what you got there. And her, she's got the ability to raise her legs at the waist forward to about a 45, and there's no back play just because of how the figure itself is designed. Her accessories, she came with this small blaster pistol, which, let's see if she can hold it, because it's always a minor peeve of mine if something comes with weapons and they can't hold it. I mean, she can, just not particularly straight, because it's got a trigger guard, and I think part of her hand's sort of bumping up against it, but she can hold the little blaster pistol. And then you got the big like a heavy machine gun blaster that she had in that one episode of The Mandalorian. But this one I don't know about, because that looks like an absolutely monstrous grip. Let's see if one of her hands looks like it might be a little bit wider. I don't think either one looks particularly wider, but let's see. And that strap's not okay. Yeah, you can get the heavy blaster. Or sorry, I'm sure you guys out there are big Star Wars nerds and know what this exact blaster's called, but the heavy blaster, she can hold it. But again, kind of funny, older toy problems. It has a shoulder strap, so that kind of gets in the way, so she can't hold it perfectly straight, but she'll hold it. And I mean, again, you could do, well, I thought you could. Let's see here. Throw it over the shoulder, so you can display her with it over the shoulder and give her the pistol. So when we talk about a figure like this, there's a lot of things that we have to bear in mind as far as like, is it a pickup or is it a pass? If you're an older collector that's kind of interested in capturing the nostalgia when you had Star Wars figures in the 70s, this is definitely up your alley, and that's part of the reason that most of us collect, is we're chasing some nostalgia. We want toys that we couldn't have or couldn't afford or didn't get for Christmas when we were kids. And these are very much in that original Kenner line style. So if you wanted to continue, say, your original Star Wars figures collection with new characters, you could splash these in. If you're looking for the most bang for your buck, and like I said in the intro video, even if you're a hardcore and only Star Wars collector, there's only so much display space, and do you need 3 or 4 Cara Dunes? Granted, I'm not sure how many actual figures she has, but those of you who have dabbled in Power of the Force 2 know what I'm talking about, when there's like 3 or 4 different Darth Vaders and there's not that much difference between them, and you've only got so much display space. Again, I would think, and I need to get one to see, I would think the Black Series, as far as accessories and posability, is probably the best get if you were going to buy one and wanted them to be posable. But as I told you guys with the Quill review, I was surprised at the amount of posability the Vintage Collection had in this 3 3/4 scale. So there's an argument to be made, you could go Vintage Collection and you get a lot more display space on your shelf out of 3 3/4 than the 6 or 7 inch Black Series figure. So it's really, how big are you into Star Wars and what are you looking to do with your collection? I was out at a comic shop, saw this. She's my favorite character, and I wasn't thinking, so I grabbed it. And I don't regret grabbing it because I can review this with you guys, and now I know basically what a retro Star Wars collection figure entails. So I can't give it a straight review or a straight rating this time because it depends on what you want out of your collection. For people like my dad that saw Star Wars originally in the movies and grew up on the original Kenner line, there's probably a lot of value here for you. If you're a newer collector and you're wanting posability, this is not it. If you're a newer collector and you don't have lots of space to display stuff and want posability, if there's a Cara Dune in the Vintage Collection, I would probably go with that just because posability. So your mileage may vary there, but I still think it's a cool figure, and I'm glad I've got it. Anyway, guys, thank you for spending a little bit of time with me today. Leave a comment down below. Tell me your favorite Star Wars figure, or weigh in on the discussion, guys. How do you feel about the Retro Collection versus the Vintage Collection, and how are you doing your Star Wars collection? Because I'm always looking to learn more and grow in the hobby just like you guys are. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for your time, and I'll catch you next week. Peace.